Konnichiwa, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Z-Boy8 here, and I'm just here with a little bit of a sort of discussion video today, just sort of an idea that I had. And this gameplay, by the way, is not by me, it is by, I believe his username is Chaos Punishment. If you guys like DBZ videos and DBZ mods, and you've probably watched his videos at least once or twice, I will put a link to his channel in the description. So just so that all you know, I didn't record this, it was all him, so yeah. But this gameplay today, I'm using it because this is just the idea that I've had, and hear me out with this. Dragon Ball Z recently has had nothing, and I mean nothing, but fighting games. Like fighting games, and if you want to count this, card games. Because technically, Ultimate, what was it called? Dragon Ball Heroes, it's a card game when you think about it. It's a data card-ass game. Or that's, I don't know how you pronounce it, I call it card-ass because that's what it looks like. But, when you think about it, Dragon Ball Z recently has had nothing but fighting games. That's it. And, as we all know, like, I love fighting games. I love fighting games to death, but it's my favorite genre. Like, I love Street Fighter, I love Mortal Kombat, I love Tekken, I especially love Tekken. But, it's like, there's just really not much going on in Dragon Ball Z games except for fighting games. Even in the mobile market. Like a Dragon Ball Z game that was like revealed not too long ago for mobile devices was Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle, which again is a fighting game. And another Dragon Ball mobile game, I think it's called like Dragon Ball Discus or something, I don't remember the name of it, but it's this thing where like this kid had a dual disc. I'm not kidding, it's a literal Yu-Gi-Oh dual disc, and he put in these Dragon Ball Z discs and they summon characters and stuff. But once again, that's basically a card game. Dragon Ball Z's had like no other genres, because like the thing that's sort of bothering me here is the fact that Dragon Ball Z for some reason decides to only stay in one genre, and that's fighting games. Although we've had a bunch of other genres for Dragon Ball Z games before. We've had beat 'em ups, we've had platformers, we've had RPGs, a lot of RPGs actually. And most of them were relatively well received in my opinion. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z games of all time, Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure, it's a side-scrolling beat-em up. It's so fun. It's so good. It's a Game Boy Advance title, for Christ's sake. Like, it's just because I kind of like beat 'em ups because they're just really fun, particularly ones that allow you to be more free, and like this was a Game Boy Advance game that really decided to put you into the world of Dragon Ball. And this is why I'm showing this kind of gameplay. In Dragon Ball Infinite World, as many of you know, in the game there were these mini games called Dragon Missions, and in certain Dragon Missions you would be playing as characters running around this big open field, usually having to find certain objects or checkpoints and such. There's even one mini game that I'm gonna later show, where you're chasing Bubbles. Like, you remember that part in Dragon Ball Z where Goku had to chase Bubbles and catch him? You actually get to do that in this game. Now, here's my point with this. This kind of gameplay made me think, why don't we have an open world Dragon Ball Z beat 'em up? Seriously, why not? Like, why don't we have a game like this where you can explore the world around you, like, scavenge for items, like have PvP battles, just, like, beat up on, like, it would be so cool. And you got the radar too, just like right there, to show you where you need to go, so you wouldn't get lost too badly. Like, seriously, this is a cool, like, this in itself was very cool. And I thought that it's kind of a missed opportunity that they never decided to go back to this sort of gameplay style after this, because I'm guessing because of the fact that games like Dragon Ball Z Sagas wasn't really well received. And I kind of, well, I mean, when I was a kid, I liked it, but as I grew older, I realized this game is kind of shit. It is kind of bad, yes, but, I mean, it's got some, maybe. It's got some charm to it. But, I'm digressing. Like, the thing is, I really just want to see them try something different. Like, why don't we have a world like this in Dragon Ball Z? Well, yes, this is still somewhat limited because you still technically have a goal. Look how much you get to explore in this. You basically have an entire world, an entire area to explore and to just have fun with. and you get to boost around it and stuff, and like, and even in certain mini games, like certain Dragon missions, like the one where you have to use Goku and escape Namek, you have a health bar in that one. So you could totally turn it into like all they have to do is take this Dragon mission, like take whatever engine this was made from, and then just edit it for HD consoles of today, and then add in some attacks, and it would be perfect. Like, one game that I really liked, I didn't expect to like it because of one reason, but I liked it a lot. There's a game on the PSP called Naruto Ultimate Ninja Impact. As you all know, the Ultimate Ninja series is primarily fighting games, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, but yeah, I think it was a good idea regardless, they decided, hey, why don't we take this game and make it into a beat 'em up? And that's exactly what they did. They created a Dynasty Warriors style beat 'em up out of Ultimate Ninja, and it was so fun. Like, it was so fun. It's actually ridiculous because I didn't expect to like it that much. The main reason why was because the game reminded me of another beat 'em up attempt that they tried to do called Naruto Shippuden Kizuna Drive, which really sucked. Like, that game was awful in my opinion, but then this game was just awesome. And the fact that the Dragon mission is like this, it just makes me think it could totally work. We could totally have a 3D Dragon Ball Z beat 'em up. Like, we totally could. They could have. It could be a part of the Budokai series or the Tenkaichi series, whichever one. Like, seriously, it could work. Like, look at this. Like, look how free you are to explore, jump around. The only thing that's missing here is an option to fly, but to be honest, if you're in a beat 'em up, why would you need to fly? I mean, it would be cool. I mean, it could be a nice little power. And, like, you could ascend, descend, all that sort of stuff. Like, seriously. Like, why don't we have more genres for video games? Like, a Dragon Ball Z 3D, free, open world beat 'em up. That would be awesome. Just amazing. Like, that would be so cool. And Bandai, just, if you somehow end up watching this or listening to this or whatever, please just heed this request. I understand that Dragon Ball Z, when it comes to fighting games, they're more hit than miss. They're more hit than miss a lot of the time. But please try to branch out to more genres, because there are really good genres out there that Dragon Ball Z has had many good genres. Matter of fact, one of my other favorite Dragon Ball Z games, surprisingly, is an RPG. And RPGs aren't even one of my top genres. Like, see, look how big this world is, Christ. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans, I love that game. I mean, it was made by the same team that made Chrono Trigger, which is one of my favorite RPGs of all time, so of course it's gonna be badass. But still, come on. Just think it over, Bandai Namco. Just think it over. Just think it over at the very least. Just like, you see this happening, just please. Give us something new. Give us something fresh. Because as much as I love Dragon Ball Z fighting games, because of the fact that you guys are so busy trying to create a new formula, and yes, I love the fact that you guys got Dimps to come in and do Xenoverse, but you guys got to try to do more stuff. Like, just try to branch out a little more. Like, if you have to experiment. Just do what you gotta do. Just make sure it's fun, I guess. Because, like, I wouldn't mind seeing a Dragon Ball Z game like this. I wouldn't mind seeing a 3D Dragon Ball Z platforming beat 'em up. This would be really fun. And yes, Sagas, as much as people didn't like it, it had the right idea. It was trying to do something different. It was A, trying to go into a new direction with the beat 'em up style, and B, co-op gameplay. While I understand that's what you guys are trying to do with Xenoverse and other games like Battle of Z, you gotta understand that, like, in a game like Dragon Ball Z where you're using characters, in an anime like Dragon Ball Z, where there are characters who can destroy worlds with just like punching, with just like flexing their muscles, a beat 'em up style game would be perfect for these kind of characters, because they could be decimating, absolutely decimating hundreds of foes, hundreds of enemies, thousands of enemies, all with like one super cool flashy attack, all with one cool super cool combo, you know? It's just, it feels like a missed opportunity to me, and I feel like if we're to go any farther into the Dragon Ball Z gaming industry, we need to go more than just fighting games. We need to actually do more stuff. And yes, while fighting games are nice, I love fighting games, they're my favorite genre, you gotta try to experiment a little bit more. Like, look how fun this is. Like, we're not only exploring King Kai's world, we're like trying to catch bubbles. That's so cool, because like it was a key part of the anime. So like it's cool that you get to like, you're pretty much like, because in a fighting game you're kind of limited as to how much the characters can actually interact with the actual events that happen within the story. However, because of the fact that this is a little more free, there's way more chances of character interactions to be, well, more free. Like this catching bubbles thing, and like being able to gather the Dragon Balls and stuff. Like, it just seems like so much more can be done with this series, but not as much is actually being done. But I mean, hey, these are just my thoughts, and if you guys agree with me, then that's great. If you don't, tell me why. And also tell me what your ideas are in the comments, because I mean, I would love to know. I mean, no idea is a bad. There is no such thing as a bad idea when it comes to a video game. In my opinion, in a video game, there's no such thing as a bad idea, because regardless of how much one person may not like something, another person may love it. I mean, yes, here I am stating that I want a beat-em-up Dragon Ball Z game, mainly because my favorite Dragon Ball Z game is a beat-em-up, but that doesn't mean everyone else wants a beat-em-up, and I totally understand that. I totally get that. I mean, it doesn't help that my favorite type of game my favorite game of all time is a Kingdom Hearts game, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, so I love, like, action RPGs, and I would love a Dragon Ball Z game that was in that format, but it's not going to happen for a while, I guess, so, or whether it does, I don't know. But what I do know is that there's no such thing as a bad idea. It's just, it's all in the execution. If the execution of the idea is poor, then the actual idea itself is not bad, because as I just said, Dragon Ball Z Sagas was in nowhere a bad idea. A co-op beat-em-up open sandbox Dragon Ball Z game, who the hell would not want that? Seriously, tell me. That sounds like the best Dragon Ball Z game ever, actually. But like I said, it was the execution, because it wasn't really that much of an open sandbox game if there wasn't really any places to explore. Hell, Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure had more exploration than that, mainly because it was kind of a Metroidvania type in some levels, but regardless. Second, the combat in the game felt a little too disjointed, and third, oh my god, the boss battles. But if I want to talk about Dragon Ball Z Sagas, I'd do that in another video. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Tell me how you guys feel about this, whether it's a good idea or not. Tell me your ideas in the comments. I'll look forward to reading all of them. And yeah, that's me done. Z-Boy X-Shade, out.